All right. We're just gonna get right to work. We're gonna go rescue Kenwise before we do anything. All right. How do we want to go about doing this? Let's see. Well, that's a monopropellant tank. We don't want that. Actually, I don't think we need to build this yet. Let's just launch something we already have to go rescue this guy. I mean, we don't really need that per se. The Mark V's an incomplete. What? What did I just do? Yeah, we definitely don't want that one. Which one to use, though? We have so many options now. I mean, we don't need something huge is the problem. I really need to design something cheap. I think we'll just use the Mark 7. About the Mark 4. Mark 4 should do the job. right? Save a little bit more money by taking that off. See what kind of engine we're dealing with. I think that's the mainsail. No, that might be a Rhino. Yeah, that's a mainsail. I knew what I was talking about. Those are SRBs. Do we want to do anything? That just looks so silly and I don't want to do it. Hold on, let's try something here. Alright, we'll go to fuel tanks. Dooby doo boo boo boo. We'll use the Rhino. There's the pieces that I like to use. Hey, welcome in. We're doing some experimenting. Alright. Now, the Mark 4.2. Alright. Don't need a scientist. Man, we need to get some of these astronauts trained better. Or turbonauts, I guess. Let's launch her. I hope whoever jumped in is having a fantastic Sunday morning. Alright. SAS active. Okay. All systems are go. Wait a minute. This isn't right. Hold on. So here. should go here, I think. We're doing good so far. A little unstable. This is an old enough model that I should have checked for strutting, but I didn't. Well, that's why we abandoned the solid rocket boosters. I forgot how much of a pain they are to actually use. Alright, we're gonna try again. And we never redid our staging, so our main booster's active right now. Which is okay, it'll give us a little bit more of a boost. Here we go. We got that Rhino engine pumping some power out. You know, what makes me feel really good about myself is watching old KSP videos that I made and seeing how silly I did things before. There we go. That's how we get a clean launch with this system. I'm not sure why it keeps trying to push to the right, though. Over there to that 91-degree mark. It's kind of annoying. Yo, what's good, buddy? Thanks for dropping in, homie. We are on a rescue mission right now to go pick up another Kerbal. I really need to figure out how to get to Eve. Well, I mean, I can get to Eve, but I haven't been able to land on Eve. What's up, baby? You're a Pikachu. I don't know if it's charged. You can check. You gotta turn it all the way on. Alright, let's get us a course to the mine. It's 24%. That's. I can do probes, no problem. The problem I have, you can unplug it if you want, Nova. It is not charged. When it don't pull sideways. Pull it straight out. Straight out. I don't know why you insist on twisting it, girl. Anyway, sorry about that. But the problem I'm having is that none of the machines that I've been able to build so far carry enough Delta V to get all the way there to Eve, land, and take back off again. In all reality, the most Delta V that I've been able to get to sit on Eve's surface is roughly probably around 6,000, between 4 and 6,000 meters per second of Delta V. Whoops. And I need between 8 closer to 9,000. Yeah, purely parachute landing, and that's one of the things I've been working on. Now, I had an idea. I had the idea to try to use a space plane design like an SSTO. But I've never built an SSTO before, so I thought about doing that. That works. What's the one issue? No air on Eve? Oh, I thought Eve did have air. What if I use... What is that one? The, crap. Oh, I did not see. I didn't even know that. Whoops. See, I did not know that. What about the aerospike? Or yeah, the rapier. The rapier, because the rapier. Oh. So building an SSTO would kind of be completely pointless. Well, that changes things just a tiny little bit. Now, the other thing that I could do... Actually, you know what? Hold this to cancel. Let's Save game. So let me show you something. I would say put a satellite into a polar eve orbit and do a scan to get an altitude map. That's a pretty good idea. That way you could try and land somewhere high up. So the two candidates that I have for an Eve mission. Not that one. I think it was the Mark. Need less total delta V. Yeah, you're not wrong. Not this one. I have one ready because I got quite a bit more delta V out of using asparagus staging. Not that one. Why is the Mark? Is it the Mark 9? No, it is this one. So currently this is the best candidate that I have for a chemical rocket to get to Eve. The problem I have is that I would have to have this entire main stage right here. This entire main stage would need to land. Because this stage up here does not contain enough delta V to do the job. So that's where I kind of struck out on this design. But the overall design on Kerbin, as it sits, has 10,000 meters per second. And I can get into an Eve window before I use up even half of this main stage. So if I could put some fuel tanks in orbit around Eve, fly this bad boy to Eve, I would have to add a ton of parachutes, like a literal shit ton of parachutes to this. But I put a docking port and air brakes, so that way I could stabilize an Eve descent. But I'm not sure exactly how many parachutes, because this thing is heavy. This is a heavy beast of a freaking setup. But it is completely chemical in nature. Now, the second candidate, I think 4 375 meter tanks would just... Yeah, I still honestly have that problem. I'm not sure how to optimize. And one of the other problems I have is all the tutorial videos that people do, they all have either DLC or mods. And I'm completely vanilla. I really wanted to do an Eve landing and return on vanilla KSP with no mods, well, I mean, I can't have mods on console, but with no mods and no DLCs. So this is candidate number 1. It's the Getsuga Tensho Mark 8.3, or 803, the 8-3. She has 10,000 meters per second worth of delta V. Where's my engineer report? You can see she is a heavy girl. She's got a booty on her. Now, the second leading candidate for an Eve mission that I have currently is the Jittery Jet Mark V. The Jittery Jet Mark V, unlike the Getsuga Tensho, is not a chemical-based rocket. The upper stage is nuclear. So I have no oxidizer in the upper stages at all, which considerably lightens up the load once this main stage is used up. this upper stage by itself contains somewhere around 7,000 meters per second of delta V. Yep, that's exactly what I was gonna say. Is the problem with this design is that the entire delta V budget comes from saving the weight of the oxidizer in exchange for nuclear engines, and nuclear engines don't work. Yep. You're already reading my mind, buddy. That's exactly where I was going with this statement. But I was thinking if I could somehow maybe take away these top 2 or 3 tanks, because I can get to Eve on the liftoff stages, and maybe... Hold on, let me get my old phone out so I can read the whole chat. The way that I have my chat set up right now is not ideal. Alright. Yeah, now, that's where I was gonna say next. I did try and come up with a way for that, but my smooth brain, I'm not wrapping my head around how to do it properly. Hold on, let me... Where's my lander that I was trying to design? Lander? No. Let's see. Where's my lander? Okay, here's the lander. A little bit of an older design. Well, not really older. But this is sort of where I left off with a lander, and I think the problem is I don't really understand what I'm doing on this one. But I tried to design it where the main stage down here gets it into Kerbin orbit, and I don't know why I put parachutes on this. I really don't. That's completely pointless. They don't really help. But then I have a heat shield right here, an inflatable heat shield. And then these 2 side boosters only use 1 nuclear engine, low thrust, high efficiency. I see what you're saying. What did I put here? Yeah. But yeah, this is what I was trying to work on, and it's not it. It is not it at all. Yep. I got 2 vectors. That's the next thing I was going to say about this one, is that I think it's just too big. I think the problem with this entire design... Take 1 Kerbal? I didn't consider that one. You might have a point there that I need to consider. Because this one just was problematic during the entire test phase. I used up basically all the fuel without even ever getting to Eve. But yes, you're correct. What was I gonna do here? I'll return to Space Center. You are correct, and I've been trying. One of the biggest setbacks that I have playing console opposed to PC is that The more Kerbals you take, the bigger the cockpit, and therefore the rest of your rocket becomes far bigger. Just take far bigger and it just scales up. Yeah, I've noticed that issue. I've noticed that every time I try to make a little bit more room or make it a little bit bigger, you just need more fuel. More fuel means it's heavier. Yeah. 100% noticed that problem. Do I have this? Ugh, gross. 1 second. We need to fix this. Yep. Yep, you are correct on that one too. Uh, yep, I've mastered Duna. I've been to Duna a few times. I can pretty much get. In fact, I have another mission off to Duna right now. I think I found a problem with this one. Yep, I have 180 hours in KSP right now. But the caveat that I put on that is that the console version takes so much longer to do anything. So something that might take you 10 hours on PC, I probably struggled for 25 hours with it. Alright. Oh, I hate this view. I can't do this view. Thank you. That's much better. So, I mean, while I do have 180 hours, I would probably guesstimate that only 100 or so of those hours were productive KSP. And then the other caveat, it took me like 5 hours to get one Kerbal into space. To get one Kerbal into orbit. And I had to do it in 8 stages. Oh man. I really wish I would have kept track of how long it took me to do the milestones. Because that would have been nice to know. It took so long to test on console. Trust me, I know that. Oh, yeah. I would love to be able to spend a couple hours building something and just teleport it directly to Eve just to see if it would work. Actually, you know what I want to do? Oops. Come on. There we go. So, yeah, I'm glad you know the pain because I've talked to a couple of KSP players that only that only play on console. Yeah, because a lot of guys are like, well, why don't you just do this? What the hell? Why? Why does it do this to me? Well, I guess it's still good enough. No problem, buddy. I'll be here. Unless that was Seth that just messaged me. No, that was April. What? I haven't heard from her in a long time. All right, there you go. Sorry about that. Someone I haven't talked to in, well, I don't even know how long. One of my old Warzone peoples. What the hell just happened? What is going on here? Something is very, very wrong. Why did my... Wait, what is happening here? What is... Oh. 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 Whoopsie poopsie. I gotta... I accidentally dipped into the atmosphere. So, what is my periapsis? Alright, so we need a prograde. And we need to do this quickly. Because I think what happened was is we went into the atmosphere. I never corrected my trajectory. So if we go prograde, if I go prograde and push my actually prograde might not do it. I'm too far away from the apoapsis. So here's my apoapsis, which is 155K. Nope, that's not gonna work. Oh, shit. Radial out, maybe? It's not bad. This isn't the end of the world. I don't think I'll deorbit, but hitting the atmosphere definitely slowed me down enough to mess up the trajectory that we plotted, which is fine. But I'm concerned that if I drag the atmosphere too much, I'll just re-enter and this whole mission will be shot. And we spent, what, 180 grand getting this rocket off the ground? Alright, that should fix the problem. Now, how much did it mess up my trajectory? Not as much as you'd think. It actually kind of fixed it a little bit. I'm the greatest rocket scientist of a generation. Fear my power, Elon Musk. I sent it to you in Messenger. Oh, got it. Messenger issues. Mason got it, but nobody else did. Well, at least the important person got it, right? Right? I mean, uh-oh. Yeesh. That's not good. We have to do a thing here, because I forgot after we reloaded it, we don't have these out no more. And we're low on lay power. And we're about to go to the dark side of Kerbal. Hold on. I want to do this. There we go. At least now the batteries won't die. And now I have to do this all over again. There. There we go. That should be helpful. Alright, so we're back on track. So what happened there was when we weren't paying attention, we set up our navigation system. That's what this line is. This line is our navigational system showing us where we're going to go. If we launch our, if we activate our engines, it's a 4-minute burn, which it's not going to be a full 4-minute burn, because in 210 meters per second, wait a minute, whoa. We're just gonna go ahead and replot this whole thing. Something's not right here. That we're not using 4,000 meters per second. We're gonna replot this on this nav ball. So 820 meters per second, that's more accurate. Oh, whoops. I don't know exactly how... Whoops. Not what I wanted to do. My brain is not braining. Alright. So we have 800 meters per second. Let's drop this down. And in all honesty, that's fine. I think 827, it's a little bit high, but we could probably do it for 750 if we played with this long enough. Giggity. No homo. But now, in 12 minutes, we'll do a... See, that's what we're looking for. A 30-second burn in 12 minutes for 827. That is much more acceptable. So anyway, back to my explanation. What happened is somehow while we were busy screwing around with the navigational system, I failed to realize that our periapsis, which is the lowest point of an orbit, if you don't know, our periapsis was dipping into the upper atmosphere. Now, when that happens, when you dip into the upper atmosphere, the friction... Hey, buddy. The friction will slow you down. Now, I was not worried about the ship burning up because I think it could have handled the heat. But what I was concerned about is when you start slowing down, your apoapsis starts dropping considerably. So if the apoapsis would have dropped into the atmosphere, then at that point we're basically just re-entering the atmosphere and we would have wasted this entire mission. But with a little bit of a radial outburn, we, oh man, you know what I should have done? I should have just got rid of this lower stage. We should have saved the solar bears. I'm a bad Kerbal. Because now this big stage right here is going to be drifting off into the great nothingness, and we're going to be polluting the solar bear natural habitat. Oh well, it'll be okay. It'll be okay. The solar bears can handle a little bit of debris. Alright, so now we're going to time warp. Alright, we're going to slow it down here to give us enough time to make sure we're facing the proper direction. And we're going to burn at T minus 17 seconds, I think. I think that's the key. 35, 17, 7, 7. That'd be 34 seconds, so it should be acceptable. 18. But we do got to get ready for the staging event. Hold on, free return. Yeah, the Delta V I don't think would have allowed a free return. I only had a little under 200 or around 200 meters per second. There we go. I think that'd be fine. That'd be just fine. And then what we'll do is we'll use our nifty navigational menu to come here, jack this bad boy way farther than that, and slow down. Probably get us a little closer there. Okay, now how can we fix this? No, that's not going to do it. That's not going to do it. What if I, somewhere in here, that's not too bad. That's not too bad at all. All right. I think that's the trajectory we're going to go with. And we're only going to use 3 meters per second total in the next maneuver right here. So now we just float and wait. We have plenty of monopropellant, plenty of electric charge. We have plenty of oxygen, plenty of liquid or oxidizer, plenty of liquid fuel. I think we are golden. There we go. That mainsail is a little bit more powerful than we really need on this stage, truthfully. I could have put a more vacuum optimized. I could have fixed that. This is and honestly this Getsuga. Which one is this? The Mark. I don't remember which one this is. But this is one of the earliest designs that I did. So none of the engines were actually optimized appropriately. Of course, RV. It is not perfect, but it will work. We will make it work. Now, we do have a more necessary burn coming up, so... we'll readjust our engine output. We're going to do a quick save, just in case things go wrong Apollo 13 style. Okay, now we have a 12-second burn coming up in 1 minute for 359.3 meters per second. Yep, Delta V is the name of this game. So, 12-second burn. I should begin the burn at T-minus 6 seconds. Because as intelligent as our navigational system is, it's kind of stupid. Okay. Now, we need to fix this. Let's see if we can't fix this. Down? No, up. Man, this is where I have a hard time. Okay. Hmm. Well, I guess first thing we need to do is set this as a target. Wait a minute. Hold on, hold on, hold on. This one. Okay. Well, that doesn't really help, honestly. So, we're not going to worry about that too much. Right? I think maybe we don't worry about that so much at the moment. Alright, so where are we sitting at now? So what happens if I do pro? Retro. Retro. Well, that puts us into the planets or the moons. We're not going to do that. I think this is here. It'll reduce our orbital time, and then we could worry about trying to rendezvous at that point. I think that's what we got to do. And then, just for giggles, let's reduce this a little ways, down to about 75%. 45%. That's a little bit more manageable. We just don't need all the power of the engine for this. Like I said, that engine is not a great choice for this stage. Alright, now let's see if we can't. I don't think we're gonna. Oh, hold on. That was. Oh! We might have a shot at this. Didn't mean to do that. Alright, so. Alright, we need to lower this down quite a bit. Alright, so. We're not going to get the encounter we need. So let's... Hold on, hold on, no. Alright, so... Let's... Hmm... Wait. I think this is what we're gonna do. And then maybe we can spacewalk 800 meters, he said, hoping. We can definitely do 300 meters, but let's see if we can't get any closer. Oh, that's beautiful. It is so beautiful. And it's only going to be 1 day from now, so. We'll just go ahead and time warp. All the flowers outside are getting good and watered today. Oh, I didn't realize Valentina was the pilot on this mission. Thought I'd launched Jeb. Maybe Jeb's on his way to Duna. I think that's where Jeb is. He's on the mission to Duna. We're just time warping. This is the time warp again. This is the time warp again. So we're not going to have a very big window in order to do this, but I think we don't really need one, to be very honest. Come on. I really hate the time warping in this because I think it's kind of silly that you can only time warp so fast when you're so altitude. I mean, I don't understand the system. Yo, animations! It's all good, homie. We're doing a quick rescue mission, hoping to get some, I don't know. I think we have more than enough engineers. We need scientists is what we need. Maybe a pilot or two. We could use a pilot. But we're trying to do this rescue mission quick, and then we're going to try for another Eve hit. Try being the key word here. Oh, we have a couple of ideas. One of them would require us to put a satellite in orbit. I gotta find out if we have the equipment that we need to do a navigational satellite and get some altitude readings. Because Buddy, a good friend Buddy in chat, gave us the advice that since we're having so much problems getting a good delta V for an Eve landing and return, it may benefit us to land in a higher altitude area and reduce the amount of delta V that we need slightly depending on what altitude we get at, which is not a bad idea. From Duna orbit. Duna's not a bad one to go. It's funny that Duna's easier than Eve to get to. Well, not to get to, because I think Eve's easier to get to, but I can land and return from Duna pretty easily. But Duna doesn't have as thick of an atmosphere either, which I think is where that problem might come in. Can I reduce this some more? There we go. That's a little bit more manageable. And we're using an old rocket system to do this. I didn't realize how poorly I built this thing. Which is okay. It's a really old model. I think this is the Mark IV. And we currently use the Mark 8 or the Mark 10. The Mark 9 was a failure. It's in the Museum of Failures. Artemis 2 is only a few months if you don't postpone it, which they probably will. Yeah, I'm excited for it. I'm hoping everything goes good. I'm dying for them to do something cool out in space in our generation. Like, don't get me wrong, it was kind of cool having all the shuttle missions and stuff, and I do enjoy the ISS news, but I'm 35 years old. We need to go to the moon. We need to go. One of the things that I thought would be really cool is if they have a Venus mission. And I've seen concept drawings of a Venus probe that would basically be like a blimp. It comes into High Duna, wow. it comes into high Venus orbit and drops basically a blimp. And when it reaches a certain altitude, it inflates and rides above the atmosphere, like above the sulfuric acid in the atmosphere. And I thought that would be super awesome to see them do that. Because even though it's an unmanned mission, it would go to prove the concept that they could, in fact, have something like that. Because I think the most research you can do on Venus would be if you could keep the probe above the acidic atmosphere. Alright. I can't remember how to do this. Uh-oh, I can't remember my buttons. Exactly, that's what I was getting at. I can't remember my buttons now, though. Shit. Yep, temperature and pressure-wise. Oh, shit, I can't remember my damn buttons. I figured this out, and now I don't remember. That's fine, we'll do it this way. Oops, nope, wrong button. Pushing the way, wrong button. Alright, here we go. Grab. Right? That's one of the things that I think would have been cool for them to add is other Kerbal Space programs. Like, okay, so instead of just having the Kerbal Space Center, what about different space centers around the globe and having them each, do missions and stuff, and it's kind of a race, like you have to bid on contracts. I thought that would be pretty cool. Alright, so now... Okay. There's a lot of little stuff that I think they could have done in KSP that they just didn't, which I don't know how difficult it was to make the game. I really don't. I don't have any clue. But there's just some things that I'm like, you guys, I feel like it would have been pretty easy to add. Like multiplayer. I understand multiplayer isn't the focus. Well, I know someone told me that there's actually different launch sites that you can get, but I haven't found any.
Hey, Daddy,
What?
can I have a snack?
Yeah, you guys can have there's yogurts in there if you'd like. If you can reach the Oreos, you guys can each have a couple of Oreos, like 4 Oreos each. In the cupboard? In the cupboard that you're right next to. On the other side, though, by the stove, or closer to the stove. Yeah, you guys can each have 4 Oreos and some yogurt. All right, so now that we have our Kerbal, we're just going to focus on getting back. It's going to be pretty easy. We have more than enough. But I have found ancient pyramids. I haven't even found the pyramids yet, but in my defense, I have not built a plane or a jet or anything. I've only messed with rockets and landers. I haven't even tried for a space plane or an SSTO. I really want to. It's just so time consuming. And I've been working on DayZ content. I've been playing Phasmophobia during their anniversary event. I've got Green Hell that I've been starting to do content for. I've got tons of recording for Tomb Raider still. I've got Tomb Raider, or The Rise of the Tomb Raider. I have God of War, but in all honesty, I'm struggling to finish God of War because I'm a bigger fan of the original God of War. The original trilogy I thought was amazing. And there's just a lot of little stuff in the new series that it just kind of messes up the gameplay for me. I don't think they're bad games. I'm finding it hard to want to finish them. Especially when I have stuff like Kerbal, which I have actual more fun playing. There we go. You guys cannot be yelling right now. I'm really tired of repeating myself over and over again. Look at that. Alright. Now, if I do radial in... I have more than enough Delta V to play with. I'm not... Yesterday I built a huge rocket and attached like 32 SRPs to it, and when I got the rocket into orbit, it still had 8,000 Delta V. Let me show you something. Give me a quick minute to deorbit this. Whoops. A little bit too extreme there. Let me show you something. That should be fine. Hey, we got a new pilot! Look at that! Alright, we're gonna go ahead and pop these off. Don't know why those didn't fold in. I think I didn't. Ken is very wise. Oh, he is. I just got it, Ken Wise. I didn't read his name. I just seen his pilot status. I feel slow now. Oh, this one doesn't have air brakes. Ooh, I gotta be careful. Might as well burn off some extra fuel. It's the KSC. I see my house from here. Might as well burn off some more speed. We got all the fuel in the world to do it. We might have over-prepared for this mission just a tiny bit. Now, one of my favorite things, I wish I could play music on YouTube. I really do. Because I have a bunch of music that would go great with this. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. You shake my nerves and you rattle my brains. A Kerbals love drives a man insane. You broke my will. Oh, I want a thrill. We're going to see if we can't recover this whole piece right here. Ah, dude, I'm the same way. The problem is I'm the type of nerd that I love to learn things and I love to know things, but then I cannot remember specific things. Like, a lot of people can be like, oh yeah, the Earth's atmosphere is this high, and I'm like, is it? I know that information, I've learned it before, but I don't remember. I have a hard time retaining certain things. And then, that's one of the reasons, because I love debating people. But in order to be a good debater, you kind of have to remember the information and the sources. Like, nobody wants to hear someone say, well, I heard one time that The Earth's atmosphere is 120,000 meters high. But I've also had, from back when I was in the Army and as a kid, I've had like, I don't know, 20 some odd closed head injuries and half a dozen or so open ones. So. Oh, so beautiful! Recovered vessel. Recovered vessel. Yep, long time ago, whole nother lifetime. I joined the Army in 2006 at 16 years old in the OSUT delayed entry program. I spent from 2006, I went back up to MEPS in 2008 when I turned 18. And then I left for basic training in March of 2008 to Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri until July 3rd of 2008. I graduated and then, yep. Then I got out, so 2006, 2008. Got out in 2010, late 2010. All right. Let me double check on our other mission, because I've done a bunch of time warping. Oh, yeah. I gotta double check that these guys are taken care of, because I don't even remember launching this mission. So I cannot promise that they have... Okay. Yep, they have everything they need. They have the power extended. Jebediah and Bill and Leaderoff. Yeah, pretty much. Alright, so these guys are doing just fine. I'm going to let them drift for a minute, because I wanted to show you the crown jewel, the Jittery Jet Mark IV, because we have a ridiculous amount. I think we have like just under 11,000 meters per second on the launch pad. Hey, take it to your bedroom or something, or my bedroom. Jack, take it to your bedroom or my bedroom, or put your headphones on, please. So, the most powerful Getsuga we have... Let's see. Is the Mark 10... No, the Mark 10 is not the most powerful. The Mark 10 still utilizes SRBs. But 6 SRBs, I can get almost completely out of the atmosphere, and my main stage still never fired. But that's still not the best Getsuga Tensho that we have. I think, in my opinion, the Mark 8, the Mark 8.3, is the most powerful Getsuga we have. And that brings a molly-whopping 10,023 meters per second to the launch pad, with a thrust-to-weight ratio of 1.24. Total mass is... Oh, she's a scary beast. She can pretty much go anywhere. But yeah, the mass is... what is that? 1,539.305 tons? So that's the most powerful Getsuga. Alright, man. Have a good time. Put in a good word for me with the guy upstairs. Pray for the Kerbals. They're gonna need it. They're gonna need it. But then we have the Jittery Jet Mark V. Well, actually, the Mark V is not really that powerful. I think the Mark IV is more powerful. Let me see. What does the Mark IV have? $7,500. Come on. Yeah, I think the Jittery Jet maxes out at like 7,500 meters per second total delta V. But just the upper stage by itself has almost 7,000. But that is neither here nor there. Let's go finish up this Duna mission. We rejoin our heroes, Jebediah, Bill, and Leadoff, as they journey through the stars to Duna. Where's Duna actually? There it is. Come, what? What do you need the blanket for? Mm. Yeah, we have do we have a mid-course correction set? I guess. What we're gonna do first is quick save. Oh yeah, we do have our mid-course. As the boys travel through the depths of space, they watch Space Hulu with their massive satellite TV antenna. Alright, so And this is how you do it. And then we go here and add maneuver. And we're gonna slam on the brakes. Boop, 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 boop. Wait, we need to slam on the brakes a lot. Oh, that's a little much. A little bit more. There we go. That ought to do it. Okay. We are entering Duna's gravity field. We are entering Duna's gravity field, sphere of influence. The reason I'm not time warping right now is she's got a big booty on her, so we're gonna let her turn for a little bit. All right, she's on target. And actually, I just noticed this. I don't want to do a 10-minute burn. That's better. What if I just go full throttle? Yeah, that's much better. Much better. Okay. Oh wait, no, we need prograde. Hey, welcome in. If you're dropping in for the very first time, do me a solid and hit the thumbs up button because it helps all these Kerbals get funding to stay alive. Alright, maybe do a radial outburn instead. Whoops. Well, that's not good. Let's see how much that screws us over later. Alright, now we go prograde. And I can only hope that these parachutes don't deploy. There we go. That should save us from crashing. And we shouldn't hit our debris. Let's see how this plays out. I was really hoping we'd see him explode. How is that even possible? I put them on a collision trajectory. Well, that's some bullshit. I don't even know how that damn worked. It really pisses me off. Maybe we aim for here? Whoops. I didn't mean to do that. That should just about do us. That'll get us really close, and then we can bleed off all of our horizontal momentum. Now, we need to see... That's the air brakes. So 5 is our engine shutdown. Alright, that's so 6. And then 4. Okay. Okay. There we go. So 7 seconds-ish. 9, 8, 7. As long as we land in the light, that's the important part here. Now we'll put that on retrograde. Let's take a minute and appreciate the view. Ah, it's beautiful. This is Delta Force X9er coming in for landing on the surface of Ike. Roger that, Delta 649er. We are extending our landing legs. Landing legs have been extended. Roger that. Alright. Come on, where's my cursor? There it is. Okay. Oh. This is not going to go well. We should have quick saved it. I messed up and we're gonna die. I messed up and we're gonna all die. I messed up. We're going far too fast and all we have is nukes. I sent the wrong ship to this mission. Come on. Maybe we do this. I don't think we're gonna do it. We're going way too fast. We're going way too fast. We're gonna die. We're not slowing down fast enough. Oh, this is bad. Houston, we have a problem. At least the, Quick save. When was our last quick save? Oh, that was a disaster. I seen it as soon as I realized that we weren't going to clear that first mountain. So where was our last quick save? Oh, that's okay. Yeah, that was totally my bad. See? If we can get a few more thumbs up in the chat, then the Kerbals would probably survive better. Hmm. Just to be clear, though, I never once claimed I was smart enough for any of this. We got the power set so low on these boosters it doesn't even show it boosting. That's okay. Okay. Now we plot a course here. Oh, wow. Maybe a little bit less on that thumb. Okay. There. That's 1280 there. Okay. Wee, oops, oops, oops. Let's see if I can synchronize the beat right. Oops, 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 oops. Me right, me right. No, oops, oops, oops. That's why I'm not a DJ. Okay. Yes, sir.
Jackson's annoying us, and we told him to please stop, but he's not.
Well, what's he doing to annoy you?
He 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 keeps coming um and saying stuff, but we don't want him to.
Well, you live in America and we have the freedom of speech. He's allowed to say whatever he wants. Why don't you guys include him in your game so you can all play and play together nicely? Oh my God, you're so slow until you transform. Here we go. There's no way it's missing the planet this time. Okay. No way it's missing. So, we're doing. Let's do. Grade. Wait, what? Oh, that's retrograde. What? Alright, so. Radial out. Where's the. Oh. Hey, Bubba. Okay. And then. Prograde. We are trying to avoid a second catastrophe with this mission. Because we already crashed once. But don't tell nobody. It was only mostly my fault. Oh, did you at least get some good snooze? Alright, now the next thing we need to do That's number 6. Needs the landing legs. Okay. That's good. I don't here in Michigan, it's been kind of hard to get good sleep just because it's been really hot and humid the last few days. We had a cool down spell for like a week, and then it went back up into the 80s and then started getting humid again, and then the mosquitoes come out. I love Michigan. The state, not the government. Most of the people are cool too. Just the government that sucks. Alright, so we have that, we have that. Those should crash directly into the surface of Ike. Alright, you know what we should do? We should do this. That's what we should do. Oh wait, hold on, the other thing we should do, just because I like keeping an eye on it. That one I'm not sure. I always assumed it was easier on PC. Everything I've seen looks easier on PC. Boop, 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 boop. So I know, hold on, let me get rid of this. I know I can do it this way, where you do it like this, but because the controls are so weird, I switch it over to this on this one, which I know they do have on PC, and then you can adjust the increments, because I could do this, and then you can see it throws me way off. Or I can go down as far as, you know, like barely anything. And then you can just tap these digits here and it increases it, you know, 0.1 meter per second-ish. But I prefer using this mode over the pulling it around, because I can't wrap my brain around the whole pulling it around situation, honestly. Yeah, those tabs are the golden age of it, because you can get as small of an increment as you really need. Alright, so let's do another quick save just for giggles. Let's activate our landing procedures. We want to try to get over these highlands. Alright, we're at 28,000 meters. Let's see. And I know I've used this to land. This is Ike. Hold on, before... Well, I've already started. But this is the moon of Duna. You got Kerbal down here and Duna up here, and this is... We have a mission to put a flag on Ike, and I think I've done Ike once or twice before. But we are trying to find out if I can land effectively on Ike with 5 nuclear engines, because the Getsuga has an ungodly amount of Delta V, but it's not really useful for anything other than getting to and from a place. It hasn't really been very useful in landing or towing anything. Because if I attach a lander to this, it cuts this almost in half, which kind of defeats the purpose of having it in the first place. But I think we can pull off a landing on Ike with the nuclear engines. I think last time I just made a huge miscalculation. I came in way too shallow. I didn't have enough time to kill my velocity off, my horizontal velocity. Which I think we should have fixed on this one, because we have probably twice or 2.5 times the altitude we had last time. Which should give us enough time to slow down and not crash. Should. Should be okay. Oh, that's okay. Doggos deserve the attention. If you guys do me a huge favor, though, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button on the stream. Helps us gather funding for the Kerbal Safety Program. Which allows us to put more safety devices on every ship. Safety is important. Yeah, the nuclear engines aren't doing so bad now. We just don't want that velocity to get up too high. You guys like that new satellite I added to this? It allows the Kerbals to watch Space Hulu and Space Disney while they're out, you know, in space. Streaming in 4K. Oh, we can't. That's fine. Warning. Terrain. Pull up. Warning. Terrain. Pull up. Now, if you guys aren't aware, the two things I'm concerned about on a landing like this is one, we can survive an impact at 6 meters per second or lower, and we won't break anything. But the faster or the closer we are to 6 meters per second on impact, the more we're going to bounce. And that bounce can get us into trouble. So I try to be closer to, like, as close to zero as possible. Like, and I have so much delta V on this machine that I'm not worried about a return trip. Do not the speed. Yeah, no, do not the speed. But I have more than enough delta V to do a nice, slow, fully powered landing without having to worry about the fuel budget. But it does take some patience. Do 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 do. Do 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 and cut. See that bounce. Bouncy, bouncy, bouncy. Alright, we should be okay. And there we have it. Successful landing. Which one did I put it under? 4? Oh, that's right, I never did it. Okay. Now let's get our newbie. No, the incline never helps. I know on PC, I don't know if it was a mod or just something I don't know how to do. But one of the, oh shit, that's okay. But one of the people I watch play on PC all the time, he's able to adjust the length of the landing legs. I don't know how to do that. And we plant a flag. I think this is my second landing on Ike, so we'll do that. Doopy doop boop boo boo. Let's take a minute to enjoy the views. Yeah, I'm not sure. Hold on, let's... Oh, I forgot I had two. That's why we couldn't do it. Huh. I forgot there was another ladder to extend. Probably helps. Look at that. We can actually go all the way up and down now. It helps when you do the whole ladder system, I guess. Do I need a crew report? I do. Holy crap. So, I know if I do this... Spring, is it this? No, I think it's that. Huh. Deploy shielded? I don't know what deploy shielded means. Hold on. If we're gonna do that... I'm not sure. Not gonna lie, I am not sure. There's a lot of little things on console that just don't make a whole lick of sense to me. Yeah, it definitely did something. I'm just not 100% sure exactly what. Kind of think it was, Oh, I see what's happening. Okay, hold on. Turn down for what? Oh, shit. Yeah, I have to remove them from symmetry is the issue. So I think we figured out how to do it. I just have to remove the symmetry. But we're about to tip over, so... Oh, this is bad. This is not good. Oh man, that was scary. That was a little scary, not gonna lie. That bounce got us going. Yeah, you like that? So what I did is I had to put in these little square things and then pull them into the base of the nuclear engines, and then I put the landing legs on the side of the square thingies. Made it look a lot neater. Alright, that's fine for now. Hold on, I'll give you a close-up view of it. You see how I did that? So this is the modular girder segment, and I attached it to the bottom of this fuel cell. It's the S3 14,400 tank. And then I offset it in to clip it into the base of the nuclear engine. And then the landing legs kind of just hook into that. Makes it look a little bit neater. And the problem I had is I used to have the landing legs up here, but the nuclear engines stick out so far that I was hitting the engine bells before the landing legs, whatever, even take effect. All right, let's get ourselves... Yeah, 100%. 100%. Because what I had to do in order to make this work was I used the 1400 or the 14,000 tank. Yeah, I used the 14,000 tank, and then I attached the center engine to the tank, and you can't see them because they're so offset, but each one of these engines has a one of the small tanks. And what I did is I attached them to the outside of the main tank first, and then attached the engines, and then I offset them inside, so that way you can't see it from the outside. But this actually has 6 or 5 tanks. It has 4 smaller tanks for each one of the engines, and then the big tank for the main center state, or the center engine. And then I drained all of the oxidizer from all of the fuel tanks in the whole system. What did I put in here? Oh, that's my monopropellant fuel bay. But yeah, she's a streamlined design. She can go anywhere, really. She's got ungodly amounts of delta V on it. Just don't try to go into an atmosphere with her. Like, you can do basic aero braking, but if you get caught in the atmosphere, the yes, there is. But hold on. Go back. The thing about it is it was all about the weight. So one of those big monopropellant tanks weighs more than 4 of the little tanks. So you can put 4 of the small tanks, and the weight that you get is still significantly lower than one of the big ones. So I don't really need a big tank's worth of monopropellant. So the weight, the whole thing about the jittery jet design was I was trying everything possible to keep the weight down to a minimum. Because with the nuclear engines being extremely efficient, they are extraordinarily efficient. But the thrust to weight ratio on them leaves a little bit to be desired. Alright. Now, did we get our mission? We did. Look at that. Plant a flag on Ike. Discard. Rescue Kenwise. Discard. Rescue Kenwise. Discard. Rescue Kenwise. Discard. Okay, so I think we are running pretty smooth. Alright, so now what we're gonna do... Tracking station. Ken Wise has been rescued. What time do I got? They can wait a half hour. They're not starving. They just had snacks. Alright, Alright, so... We need to go here for a few moments. I already have a ton of Sentinel satellites placed in different orbits. Well, not a ton, I have 3. But the COD satellite system, the Close Observational Detection System, CODS, this is my COD satellite system. And this system that I designed is good for literally hundreds of years. I launched these almost, I don't know, 30 years ago. They've been getting me free money from contracts for like 30 years. Because all I do is, once I get a contract for them, I see where the orbit needs to change. I go down here, boop. I'll probably jack that up a little ways. And then we just warp to the maneuver. I think this fuel stage is just about done, though. But yeah, the piece of advice I give everybody is, if you want free, easy money, build a COD system, put one in orbit around every planet, and all you have to do when the contracts come up is adjust the orbital period. Whoa! Did the boys help you put it on?
No, I didn't.
You did it? Oh my goodness, I'm so proud of you. That should be good. That should be good on that. And then we come over here, add a maneuver, and pull that side in. A little far on that. And then hit boom, and boom. Too easy. It's literally free money. You gotta launch a new satellite every 100 years or so, every couple 100 years maybe. I mean, my orbit's a little off. But usually you don't have to get them exact. Come on. Wait, did I get the contract? Hold on. Yep, we got the contract. So now we just... And just like that, we have the answer. Show me the money. Yep, free money. All right, now. And I still have 243 meters per second left, and then another 5,203 in that stage. So these satellites are nothing but profit. Let's go to the Space Center first. So yeah, I have tons of cash from those contracts. See, all I look for when I do these contracts is I look for it to say that it does not need to be newly launched, and I just accept it. It's $155,000 plus $25,000 plus $90,000 in advance. I mean, I don't even have to launch a new rocket. Just free money. That one might not be a bad one to do either. The hoverboards haven't been charged in years, dude. I don't even know if they can charge. Remember we were having problems with them?
Mine still works.
How about not today? We'll figure out a day where we can do it, but I don't want the water and stuff getting in them, okay? Because it's been raining. I know it sucks being stuck inside. It's a rainy day. No active contracts. Yeah, you can see all these 175. That one's 2 million. Like, if you need money for Kerbal, those contracts are the easiest way to do it. I failed that one. I couldn't figure out how to do it. $688,000, $328,000. Like, those are the easiest, greatest. And hold on, I'll show you how much it cost for me to launch just one of the COD satellites. If I go down in an earlier round, sugar, we're going down swinging. I'll be your number one with the bullet. Is it this one? Is this my COD satellite? Yeah, this is my COD satellite. It only cost me $412,000 to launch. It has a Poodle liquid fuel engine. So this is the stage you're looking at when I showed you the COD satellite. And it still has the nuclear engine on it. So for $500,000, I've already made easily 5-10 times more off of it. Nuclear engines are amazing, depending on what you're trying to do. And in all honesty, I think I can update these with, let's see, and a nuclear reactor. Aw, dude, you're making me jealous. I need mods. This button. Bandwidth is 20. In all honesty, I don't even have to worry about communication on this playthrough. I've been really debating about starting another playthrough on a harder difficulty, but I really want to. What?
My tablet.
No, it's not. It hasn't even been plugged in yet. I told you to wait earlier. You didn't listen. Return to Space Center. Dude, I'm jealous. I want mods so bad. Even just, excuse me, I'm obnoxious. Even just the visual mods. But yeah, you can see the COD system is 3 strong. The first one that I launched went between Kerbin and Eve. The second one I launched is way out here. 5 billion jet engines. I haven't even used one yet, though. That's the sad part. Alright, let's work on getting the jittery jet home. These boys need to come home. I gotta double check my transfer window, though. I have my cheat sheet posted in Discord, though. Where did I post it? Uh-oh, I forgot. Tips and tricks? Ah, tips and tricks. Let's see. To transfer back to Kerbin. Oh, we're coming up on the transfer window pretty quick here. No, we're not. Maybe we are. Yeah, I think we actually are. A little bit more. I think that's about good, I think. Alright. Our boys are still alive. I think first things first. Hey, the puppy wants to play too. I think if... Oh, come on. Don't do me like that, Kerbal. Thank you. What's that? That should be more than enough. But... Alright, so... There's our orbital line. I think that's a little bit better. It's periapsis. That should be above the atmosphere, I think. Maybe tap this just one more time. No? Really? Yeah, that's more than enough. So, we fast forward. Now we wait. Do 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 do.
Hey, Daddy.
What's sir?
When is lunch?
Let me check. In about 20 minutes. You guys will survive 20 minutes. Do you guys want your spicy ramens today?
Yes.
I know you don't, Nova. I'm gonna make you regular ramens.
Yes, can you have a little bit of milk?
No? Why do you want milk? You guys, no. Milk is like $3 a gallon, homie. You guys have juice in there. You have water. You guys are okay, I promise. I should have got you guys some more popsicles and I forgot. I'm sorry. Oh, 20... somewhere around here. There we go. Beautiful. Let's see. Let's go back to Discord right quick. And our ejection angle should be somewhere in here, I think. Maybe. Alright. Let's see. One 32, 126, 122, 118, 115, 112. Oh, wait, we have an encounter. I almost missed that. Alright. Well, screw it. We'll just do this encounter. And we'll just set up a mid-course correction here in a little bit. Another slow time warp again. But we're getting our encounter for only 695 out of the 4,805 we have left. All right, so 2 minutes, 28 seconds should be 1 minute and 14 seconds. That one was way better, admittedly. What did I say? 114? Yeah, 114 for 228. 114, 228. Yeah, that's right. Don't make me second guess myself, other Apollo. Four, 3, 2, 1. Fire boosters. I gotta shut my phone chat off for a little bit. Nova Benny! What's the matter, baby? Oh, you can talk on the couch if the boys are in the rooms, that's fine. You can sit on the couch then. I don't mind. Oh, I know what the message shows. I can see it on my screen, I just can't see long messages. Ooh, I just unmuted. Look at, I see a comment. That's cool. I know it's too quiet. My stepdaughter's talking to her dad on the phone, so I'm trying to be quiet for her. All right. That looks scary. Nah, that's not scary at all. We'll make it. Geronimo! All right. We can get closer. Here. Let me try. I'm going to reset my phone real quick for you guys. Hold on.
I don't know if I can play with you guys right now.
Hold on.
I don't know if I can play with the board right
Yeah, I'll pass it on.
How about now? Is that a little bit better?
Yeah, much better.
I think I forgot to turn off my YouTube live in the back, so it was running in the background. I think that might have been what was it. There you go. Yeah, the parachutes were originally designed to recover the entire fuel section. I'll put it on the charger right now for you, okay?
now. It's a dead phone, but it's actually not dead.
Yeah, but I don't think we're going to quite make it to the daytime. But yeah, so originally the reason there's so many parachutes is because on a normal mission I try to recover the fuel stage that I accidentally jettisoned. I didn't mean to push that off. Because it just saves money. Because everything you recover just saves money is all it is. Oh man, the lag on that probably would have. Did it lag your system out? feel like that would have been like a masterclass lag event. Yeah. No, one of the ideas that I had for an Eve mission would require like 30 parachutes, I think. I didn't do the math all the way, but it's going to require a lot. All right. While we're waiting for this to touch down, I'm going to plug in the girl's tablet. So that way she has her tablet for later. I installed one visual mod, now my game is super laggy. Like, holy crap, 1 FPS? And recover vehicle. I wonder if my phone will charge if I plug it into the PlayStation. What mod was it? Oh. Firefly, yeah. I've heard of the people, the PC players that I watch playing that. All right. Now, someone said something that makes me wonder. Would it be under science? Hey, your bad computer is better than my PlayStation. But I will be right back real fast. I have to go pee. I'll be back. All right. Sorry, I had to pee real bad. Survey scanner, technology. These images can be viewed. So I think the last thing we're gonna do for today. I think the very last thing we're gonna do. Ooh, would it be better to just build it from scratch? Because I gotta get off here in just a little bit to make those kids some lunches. Mark 4. Nope, we don't want the Mark 4. I think we want the Mark 3. No, the Mark III even? I love you. Oh, it is the Mark V. I was looking because I know all the jittery jets that don't have these boosters like to explode on takeoff. So, I think the first thing we need to do... let's delete the fairing for now. Whoa, 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 whoa. Alright, so now... Wait, why are we getting a frowny face in the chat? Budga? You know what? I'm gonna call you Budgamer. Alright, so first things first. We already have a good comms antenna. We just gotta start sticking... What are we worried about? Talk to me, Goose. Can I put these on separate sides? I'm not sure if it matters. I'm gonna be pretty upset. Oh, yeah. So what it is as long as I have these tiny little boosters, these boosters will push the rocket away. But the designs that don't have those boosters on, yeah, they like to explode on takeoff. What's this? I'm thinking Sepatrons. Yeah, the Sepatrons are a must. I don't think I need anything else on this, because those will help me determine a landing area, right? That's what these are. Whoops. Just a few more minutes, baby. This data is limited to the spot directly below the scan. So does it map it, or does it just... Sufficient power. Okay, so if I tap those onto it and send this bad boy... Yeah, the map is what we need. Yeah, me neither, but somebody said that it would be a good idea to, if I'm having trouble getting enough Delta V onto Eve's surface, then it would be a good idea to find a landing spot. That, the landing spot that's a higher altitude. So I figured, why not spend and, you know, just chuck 600 grand out the window and send a mission to Eve and map it real quick. Why do I only have 8,000 meters per second, though? I should have 10. Or maybe... Hold on. Maybe it was the Getsuga that I should have used. Let's see... Oh, yeah, maybe I should be using the Getsuga for this mission. I mean, you've already gotten to see the jittery jet in action. You know what? Let's... let's show you the Getsuga. The only difference between the Jittery Jet and the Getsuga is that the Getsuga uses chemical rocket engines instead of a nuclear. It has a skipper liquid fuel engine instead of 5 nuclear engines. Literally the only difference. And I think the Getsuga has smaller boosters. Put that right there, I guess. Oh, shit. God damn it. Oh, yeah, that's a beautiful fairing. I love this fairing. Clamshell deploy. Turn that ejection force up just a tiny little bit, because why not? Alright, who do we want on this mission with us? Jebediah, Bill, and Bob. Why not? We'll use the OGs. We got Valentina. We got a new pilot, Mitfree. Where's the new pilot? Gabby, Grabby ass, Ledford. Oh, there he is, Ken Wise, down here. I think we'll keep this lineup, though. .804. Lidorf sounds so weird. I don't know. He's just a weird one. And then we'll launch this bad boy. We'll launch it, and then I'm going to have to go soon to make these children lunch before they waste away. Because, you know, if they don't eat every 2 hours, they just disappear into nothingness. Alright. I should have checked my staging. But we are going to assume that the staging is fine. Alright. 3, 2, 1. Check, check, check. Come on. There we go. We have liftoff. Approaching 4,000 meters. .15-degree, gonna roll. Preparing for staging event. Staging event. We have cleared booster stage. Roger that. Booster stage clear. We are at 10-degree orbital roll. 0-degree orbital roll. I don't want to talk to you, school. Leave a message. Preparing for staging event. Shh, roger that. Staging event. We have staging event. Boosters clear. Roger that. Boosters clear. Yeet! Now, my favorite part of the entire launch. We might have a problem. Oh no, we're good. Preparing for clamshell deployment. Shh, roger that. Clamshell deployment, prepare. Shh. Beautiful! Look at that bloom. Like a flower, like a beautiful space flower. And we should have positive orbit. Come on, baby. Get that up there, just a little bit higher. 70, there. One. Oh, you're telling me I gotta redo all of that again? Ugh, gross. Alright, fine. Toggle antenna. Hello, darling. How are you?
How much longer until it's time to eat?
Like 5 minutes, dude.
Okay, that dude. I'm going to write.
Alright.
I wrote no. I wrote no.
How about no?
I didn't know. N-O. No.
Come on. Aim camera. And there we have it. The Getsuga Tencho. Fun fact, if you didn't know, Getsuga Tencho roughly translates to English to Piercer of Heaven.
Right now.
You want right now? Okay. Alright.
Right now.
I'm gonna go ahead and cut this short. So hold on. That's almost 5,000 meters per second on that stage. So 5,000, 6, 7. Yeah, see. Even this setup only has 7,000 meters per second, and that's before we transfer. That's before we even make the transfer to Eve. So I don't understand how people get 9,000 meters per second of delta V onto the surface. That's just crazy. I don't understand. I can't wrap my head around it. My smooth brain can't handle it. But I'm gonna go make these children some lunch. I appreciate you, Bub, for keeping me company and going on these missions with me. Next time, we will get this bad boy to Eve and start scouting for landing spots. And while that's happening, we will try to design something that can land and take off. I don't know how we're going to do it, but we're going to figure it out.
Right now.
I'm going, girl, I'm going. See what I mean? They go feral. It's been 2 whole hours since you ate, and I'm dying. I'm starving. All right. I'll catch you later, man. Appreciate you. Hope you have a good day. Give the dog some lovin's for me.